created a profound spiritual.
At WWE's Saturday Night's Main Event 2024, Cody Rhodes successfully defended his undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens in a grueling, high-stakes battle. The match was intense, with both superstars pushing themselves to the limit. However, it was Owens who left the arena with a bitter taste in his mouth. Despite the loss, Owens attacked Rhodes post-match, delivering a devastating package pile driver that left the champion motionless in the ring. Paramedics rushed to the scene, but Owens wasn't done. In a shocking twist, he stole the Winged Eagle Championship that Rhodes had brought out as a tribute to wrestling legends. As Owens walked to the back, holding the championship high, the arena was left in stunned silence. But just as he reached the ramp, he was confronted by none other than WWE CCO Triple H. The Game, seething with anger, shoved Owens, showing his outrage at his actions. The stage was set for something far bigger than a mere title feud. The question was, would Triple H punish Owens for his attack, or was there something deeper at play? The following week on SmackDown, the WWE Universe was buzzing with speculation about what had happened between Owens and Triple H. Fans expected some form of punishment for Owens' actions, but what they received instead was a bombshell. Kevin Owens walked out to the ring, microphone in hand, and began addressing the fans. "People think they know me. They think I'm just a loudmouth rebel who fights against the system, but that's not it anymore," Owens declared, his voice dripping with disdain. "I've been playing this game wrong all along." Before Owens could continue, the lights in the arena flickered and the familiar opening notes of "The Game" played. The crowd erupted in shock as Triple H stepped onto the stage, dressed in his signature leather jacket. This time, he wasn't there as a part-time player or a behind-the-scenes figure. He was there as a key player in a far bigger game. "Kevin's right," Triple H said, his voice cold and calculated. "It's not about the loudmouths and rebels anymore. It's about power, real power. The kind of power that controls everything." The WWE Universe was left in disbelief as Owens and Triple H shook hands, signaling the formation of a new and dangerous alliance. Owens, once a vocal anti-authority figure, was now working alongside Triple H, the very man who had masterminded the Authority during its most ruthless days. This wasn't just about championships anymore. This was about control of WWE. With Owens and Triple H at the helm, a new version of the Authority began to take shape. Unlike the previous incarnation of the faction, which had been focused on controlling talent and manipulating the narrative, this new version was more insidious. Owens, now a calculating mastermind, had a clear vision: take over WWE, not just in the ring, but from the inside, controlling match stipulations, backstage decisions, and the very fabric of the company itself. Triple H, the architect of the original Authority, had been quietly pulling the strings behind the scenes. Now, with Owens by his side, he was ready to implement his plan. Together, they began to recruit key WWE superstars, promising them power and influence in exchange for loyalty. The first to join the new Authority was none other than Seth Rollins. Rollins, who had once been a key member of the original Authority, found himself drawn back into the fold. The allure of power and the chance to reclaim his spot at the top of WWE were too tempting to resist. Despite his reservations, Rollins eventually accepted Owens's and Triple H's offer, becoming a crucial part of their plan. But it wasn't just superstars who were brought into the fold. Owens and Triple H also set their sights on WWE officials, manipulating them to bend to their will. Adam Pearce, WWE's official and often the voice of reason, found himself swayed by Owens' promises of greater influence over match stipulations. Pearce's newfound loyalty to the Authority allowed Owens and Triple H to begin controlling the backstage operations, ensuring that every decision was made in their favor. As the Authority's influence grew, it wasn't just the men's division that felt their reach. Rhea Ripley, one of the most dominant women in WWE, saw the potential in aligning herself with Owens and Triple H. Ripley, always the opportunist, quickly realized that joining the Authority could give her the power to dominate the women's division like never before. Ripley's alliance with Owens and Triple H was solidified when she began dispatching her competition with ruthless efficiency. Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and other top women's superstars found themselves on the receiving end of Ripley's unrelenting assault. With the support of the Authority, Ripley began to position herself as the new face of the women's division, a powerhouse who would not be stopped. The addition of Ripley to the faction further cemented the Authority's dominance over WWE. With Owens and Triple H controlling both the men's and women's divisions, the future of WWE was in their hands. As the weeks went by, Owens and Triple H continued to solidify their grip on WWE. However, not everyone was content to sit back and allow them to take control. Cody Rhodes, who had been sidelined after Owens' vicious attack, began to recover. While the creative team initially played the angle of Rhodes being injured, it was clear that the American Nightmare was not done. Rhodes returned to WWE, and his motivation was clear: reclaim the undisputed WWE Championship and stop Owens' rise to power. Rhodes, the embodiment of the old guard, became the face of resistance against the new Authority. This would not be just about a championship rivalry. It would be a clash between the old school and the new, a battle for control of WWE. The feud between Rhodes and Owens began to intensify. Rhodes, a fan favorite and a symbol of WWE's traditional values, faced off against Owens, a man who was now willing to do whatever it took to reshape the company in his image. Their first encounter was a brutal match, with Rhodes coming out on top, but the battle was far from over. Meanwhile, the Authority turned their attention to Roman Reigns and the Usos. Reigns, the dominant champion of SmackDown, had long been considered untouchable, but Owens and Triple H saw an opportunity to manipulate the bloodline, particularly the Usos, by planting seeds of doubt in their minds. Owens and Triple H, knowing how to play the long game, began to subtly undermine Reigns' leadership of the bloodline. They sowed discord between Reigns and the Usos, suggesting that maybe it was time for a new leader to rise, one who could take the bloodline to new heights. The cracks in the bloodline were starting to show, and it seemed only a matter of time before Reigns' reign as the head of the table would be challenged. As Owens, Triple H, and their faction continued to control WWE, the stage was set for a massive showdown. The tension between the new Authority and the traditionalists like Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins was palpable. Fans had grown invested in the storyline, eagerly awaiting the inevitable confrontation that would decide the future of WWE. With the Authority pulling the strings from behind the scenes and Rhea Ripley asserting dominance in the women's division, WWE was on the verge of a new era. But how long could the Authority maintain their grip on power? Would Rhodes be able to reclaim his title and restore WWE to its roots? Or would Owens and Triple H rewrite the rules of the game forever?